It is April 14th, and usually tax day would be tomorrow, but you have until Monday to file. We thought it might be helpful to talk with the tax expert today as we head into the weekend before the deadline. Kaitlin Flinn is a certified public accountant with CCK Strategies, and she joins us once again. Great to see you and welcome back.
Great to see you. Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about the deadline. Why has it been pushed to Monday?
Sure. So the 15th this year falls on Emancipation Day in Washington, D.C. So it's a holiday in D.C., and so they pushed the deadline to Monday.
So that works out well for a lot of folks. Why is it, do you think, that so many people do kind of procrastinate on their taxes?
Well, some people don't want to pay, and I think they wait till the last minute to figure out what they might owe. And then I have a job, and I think it's because a lot of people just don't enjoy filing their taxes.
That's why you stay in business so well. Okay, the IRS is nearly a year behind on filing the paper taxes. Is this incentive for us to file electronically?
Absolutely. If you have the option to file electronically, I highly recommend that. It will be processed a lot faster by the IRS. And like you said, they're about a year behind, which means they're about 15 million tax returns behind.
That's a lot of people that are waiting to get kind of caught up in the system. All right, I've got a little screen here I want to show some of the tax tips that you're suggesting. Let's talk a little bit about deductions, especially for folks that are filing either joint or separate.
Sure. So one of them this year is that if you don't itemize, you can still benefit from some of the charitable giving that you gave throughout the year. So if you file jointly, you can get a deduction up to $600 for your contributions to a public charity. If you're single, then you get $300.
I want to ask about the stimulus payment that came out at the beginning of 2021 and the child tax credit. I know that's on top of mind. What's kind of the status on that, and what should people know if that's them?
Sure. So if you received those, I recommend that you figure out how much you received. You will need both of them to file your taxes. The third economic stimulus payment, it is not taxable. So the reason you would want that is to see if your income went down, you might qualify for even more stimulus than what you received earlier in 2021. And then for the advanced child care tax credit, that could be taxable. Or it could impact your taxes. If you ended up getting more than what you should have gotten for the current year, then you may end up having to repay some of that.
Explain to us about unemployment. If people were unemployment last year, how does that impact their taxes?
Yeah, so unemployment is taxable for 2021. We got a short reprieve in 2020 where it was non-taxable, but it went back to the old rules.
As we mentioned, a lot of people are still waiting to get the taxes back from last year, from 2020. What if you are waiting on that tax return? How does that impact the work that you're doing now?
Sure. So if there's any reason that your 2020 amounts could impact 2021, so like let's say that you applied some of your tax from 2020, your overpayment, to 2021, then you might consider extending. That will make it a little bit easier, maybe prevent some notices from the IRS to make sure that they process their 2020 return first. It's possible that you may not qualify for e-filing if they haven't processed 2020 yet. So that'd be another reason that you might consider an extension.
If people know they're getting money back, how quickly is it getting turned around once you file, and how do you kind of keep track of that?
So if you file electronically, then refunds have been turning around fairly quickly. The rule of thumb has been about a 6-week turnaround. I think it's a little bit longer than that considering the current climate, but it shouldn't take you too long, unlike paper filing, which could be a year out to get your refund.
Oh, that's just hard. Okay, so we do want to let folks know if they want to go online, there is a way to do that. It's www.irs.gov/refunds. You just plug in your information there, right, Kaitlin, and then it will pop up there. Pretty simple.
right?
Awesome. Well, we appreciate it. And we know that a lot of folks will be very busy this weekend trying to get all of that taken care of. And just one more quick thing. So you finish it, you are going to send it in paper. It just needs to be postmarked by Monday, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so it doesn't necessarily, you just have to make sure that you get that stamp on there that indicates the date.
Yes, that's right.
All right, Kaitlin Flinn, thank you very much. Happy tax season. I bet you'll breathe a sigh of relief next week.
Yes, thank you.